Hello, the game has started. Well, it's about to start, just loading, and off we go. Opponent to go first. I have a few scoring tiles. Opponent plays Jin, which takes a Y. And my Y also plays here next to Jin. This might be a good spot. 32 there, or just looking at plays onto the Y. I think I will go with only here, keep it tight anyway. 32. Okay, I'll draw another H, which is a little bit tricky now. It's getting quite clunky, the rack. But I can resolve it with faux, F-O-H, which would leave a pretty good rack. Jin takes an S. And Frosh is good for 34. I draw the Z, which is always a welcome sight. I have the ING ending. Not seeing much on offer there, as I only have one vowel to work with. Scanning the board for vowels. This A might be of use. Ghazi, is that good? Ghazi for 40 gives back easy scoring spots under the Z. Bly. Nucleons, okay, opponent scores well there. Looking at hotspots ending in ZE. That's a shame I don't have an A or an O. Bizet is good, or buys 40. Looking at ZA plays. Zeta. Zig here, not quite as much as buys, but safer. What about Gi here for 35, and then try score better with the Z on the next turn? Yeah, I'm going with this. Breeze. No, not quite. Opponent bingos again, so I'm well behind now. Zeren is good. Brazen. Just looking at ZE ending words here. Knees is good. 72. Bread nut and turbaned doesn't quite work. Obdurate. Opponent bingoing like there's no tomorrow. I think bread nut and turbaned are the only ones with an N. Is there definitely no 7 here? Tabered through an O. Does the E assist? Not seeing a bingo here. The M unlikely to assist. Might as well introduce some volatility to the board. Double I and U, not great. The blank is good though. Not seeing a bingo straight off the bat. Fit is good for 33. Shocking rack leave. Vatu, Vita. A2 sorts the rack out, scores almost nothing. How many vowels to come? Even bag. I don't think this can be the play to leave AIU on your rack. Maybe a DIF play. What about fruit? Yeah, I'll go with this. Ah, you gotta be kidding. Goes from bad to worse. and yeah, iota, 20. Yeah, sometimes it just goes this way, I guess. Can't play idiot. EO, no good. Adoy. I doubt there's a bingo here with this lot. I have the shin ending, but oratorio, not quite. ISO prefix. No, I really need to get rid of 2 O's and an I. Boo-I, possibly. 21. X hotspot. Yeah, it just doesn't look good, does it? Iota. 26. I have the shin ending there. He's exchanged 2. Ovation. No, not seeing a shin ending word. Iodation. Is that iodation? Yeah. Whew. Almost missed that one. I have iwi here. That'll sort the rack out for 33. The synergy here is pretty dire. Just looking at ways of maybe, I don't think Wiley is good like that. Wiley, no. What about view? Q still to come, so not a bad thing hanging on to the U as insurance. 30 points. Yeah, I think I will go with this. Or is iwi better? 33. I think I'll go with iwi. Glutei. That's playable here for 65. But is there a 9 timer? Vulgated. Not seeing anything there. What about the B? would have to start just above the B, so... But the V is obviously going to be the best score. I have the out prefix, not looking hopeful. I have the ATE ending here. Anything through the R? Galter. Okay, opponent bingo's there. I'm just gonna play my bingo here. Glutei. Still about 50 behind with opponent on turn. Board. Lee board would have been good. LEE. Not quite. Opponent plays the Q there. And he has the X. So dead and buried. Now it's just damage control. What is opponent's best option with the X? He's got XIS, Oxy, he's got there. He's got Doxy there, massive. So that's not going to be available for him. I've got to block that, obviously. What's the best I can do? Dado. Yeah. Can I go out? Probably not. But I just didn't want to see my opponent getting a 60-point play there. That would have been irksome. So what can we do? I have B here for 21. Bori, I think, is good actually, so I can go out if opponent doesn't take that spot. Is there another? Varvi, no good. Ebony. Boji, no good. Yeah, not seeing another spot for an outplay. Okay, opponent goes with Doggy, and I'll go out with Bori. So that's the end of the game. 509 to 455, so just about 50 points in it. I was a lot further behind, Just thank my opponent for the game and congrats to his win. Let's see. Congrats on his win, I should say. Let's see what we missed. So, opponent to go first with Jin. That seems fine. Ufi for 39. Ufi. Yeah, that would have been the play. Although, having said that, I6 are there. Definitely better, but then it does leave a hot spot next to the trip for an easy comeback score. So only kept it tight, and it was 7 points less. But yeah, so plan R for 26 was best. Sorted the duplicates out. Hose for 45. Why did I miss that? Making jaws. Yeah, that was quite nice. What did I go with? Frosh for 34. Yeah, hose definitely better. And I didn't need to rush that, so not sure why I did. Nice rack for opponent. Nucleons for 90. And that was a 4-timer, so now I'm about 70 behind. Zada with a EH. Very nice. ZAIDEH. Zada. That's one of the many spellings of Zada, which is a grandfather in Yiddish and Hebrew. So Gi for 35 was my play, which seems fine. Mermaid for 85. Opponent's now 112 points ahead. I do then spot knees for 72, so glad to have got that down. Step like for 90, so that's, I think, 3 bingos in a row for opponent. Yeah, Nucleons, Mermaid, and Step like. So that's an onslaught of 265 points in 3 moves. So that was tough. Bruted for 47. Yeah, that would have been nice. Bruted, yeah. Wow. That's a miss. I went with bread for 31, which did create another lane. The problem with bruted is that, yeah, it kind of killed a useful 2 lanes. And there weren't a whole lot of lanes on the board, because once opponent starts closing this down here, then the board is totally in his control. Varia for 44. Opponent went with Vav for 35. Where was Varia? 04. Oh, yes, nice. Getting the V doubled. He went with Vav. Now, fit for 33 is what I contemplated. I looked at the rack leave and I thought, if you pick up 2 vowels, then your chances of bingoing are pretty low, and it looked like a balanced bag as far as the vowels and the consonants were concerned. So I went with fruit just to get rid of UI, and opponent now had adieu for 28, and he went with, what did he exchanged? That's right. Iodation. I almost never spotted that, so glad I persisted in looking. Weight for 44 was best. Opponent went with we. And iwi for 33 was best here. Now opponent had butters for 80. I think that's his 6th bingo. or maybe fifth. Nucleons, butters, mermaid, and step like fourth, yeah. Glutei, gauntlet. That would have been better. Yeah, for 80. I got glutei down for 65, so definitely suboptimal. Doxy for 60, opponent had here, but never went with it. He decided to get rid of the Q, and then I identified Doxy at this point and thought, I'll block. How much would Doxy have been? 60 points. Yeah, it would have been 60, so glad to have blocked that spot. Analyzer suggesting be due onto the W. Here, good score, but 60 points on offer for opponent. I wasn't having any of that. So Dado for 27, and then Doxy for 30. So was that here 13E? Yeah, Doxy. Maybe he wasn't aware of the word, because I probably would have played Doxy if I was him and then got rid of the Q later, because there was chin here and there was a U there for the Q. So maybe he overlooked it. Anyway, Doggy scored well for 36, and then Bori was the only out. So an action-packed game, a plethora of bingos, and in the end I managed to just to keep the margin to about 50 after being 112 behind. So yeah, it was a good game, enjoyed it, and hope you enjoyed watching it, and I will see you next time.